We'll take that. All right.
Okay,
Good.
all right.
Threw my axe. I missed.
As it scathes past your head there, B. That was a good sound.
He's cruising for bruising, isn't he?
He is. I like
have
the sound.
Gift. I have the perfect gift for axe throwing. Let me find it. Somebody, let me move my thing. I'm sorry.
I like the sound of...
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get these elf attacks out of the way. Seeing that you're barreling down on this elf, it's going to fire upon you. Looks like it's going to fire upon B. The running M1 Abrams. Oh my gosh, look at that. A hit! Can you believe that? A hit on the dwarf? For 7 damage as he just laughs and shrugs it off.
He found that chink in the armor. He was like, wait for it now.
Yeah, he did. Now, I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to use a bonus action to use my cunning action to get away from this orc, and then I'm going to use my action to fire.
He's getting away. Run away!
Yeah, this guy's... He already about took his head off, so he's going to fire at this guy. So he uses his bonus. He's using an action, missing the paladin with a 17. Alright, next is Malachi.
I'm gonna move up on this elf here and take a swing at him with my mace.
Okay. Oi, that's not a mace. This is a mace. As you clock his head. He goes down.
Take that.
He kind of retreated. He wasn't really even paying attention to you. He didn't see you running towards him.
Come in this blind side and take him down.
Yeah, he didn't have a good awareness of his surroundings like usually normal elves do, but his mind is definitely jaded. So Malachi, go ahead and move. Pass the puck when you're done.
There's an axe throwing gift for you guys. Check that out.
Alright. Arian, you're up.
I am going to take another shot at the guy up on the rock there.
Nice gif, Willie.
That's class.
So B-rated, I love it. Alright.
And I'm not going to do any movement. So.
And a miss.
Tighten up, Arian.
Compass Song,
Show
thank you very much for the follow, Compass.
I'm just trying to keep him off balance so B can get up there and bash him, that's all.
Okay.
Well, how high up is this boulder?
It's about 5 feet. You can easily reach up there.
Okay, so I can ankle bite him.
Yeah, you can ankle bite him, yeah. You can chop his cankles off.
Oh, I don't know about cankles, but we'll
I don't think elves wouldn't have cankles. There's no way elves would have cankles.
Elves have very nicely shaped ankles, though.
I would say humans and half orcs, and probably halflings would probably have the most cankles of all races. Maybe I'd say fucking half elves. 13 versus AC is a miss as the elf kind of does a backflip over your attack. And then he points an arrow down at you and fires. Crom, what say you?
I can reach this guy, Dave. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, yeah. Let me show you how it's done, dwarf.
You will not hit me. As he does a backflip right into the blade, right into your maul. He does a backflip.
Dave, and I catch him like right in the foot.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you do.
You can hit me. Ooh.
As you knock him off of the rock on the side of the other rock to the north, killing him.
Max damage.
Dang.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy right there.
Knocked him. You caught him smack in the middle of the chest, sent him flying off of there.
Yeah, he does a backflip, Dave, and you know, I've faced acrobatic opponents in the fucking pits before. You know, I've dealt with this type of shenanigans, cartwheeling and backflips, and I just time my swing and catch him right in the side of the fucking head, Dave. The head just disintegrates upon my maul.
Yeah, and you hit him with so much force. Like I said, his body just flew, like 10 foot to the north, hit the side of the rock. There's blood all over it. His body just kind of slides down the side of the rock.
Like as he's back flipping, as his head's coming down, that's the precise moment the maul comes in. So it's like hitting a fucking baseball.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Like a
that's
curve.
it.
It's like hitting a curveball. I'm like Barry Bonds over here. You know?
Juicing it up. Juice it.
Exactly.
All right, so you guys are out of combat.
I like to go around to the elves and gather up any arrows I can get.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick my hand.
Sure,
up,
you
buddy.
can.
I'm
You
gonna
find
kick
enough to
them up.
refill your. You find your axes. You find enough arrows to refill your quiver. So.
We're on the search of pockets, whatever.
Sure. Well, all of the
Not
elves.
necessarily nature's pockets.
All of the elves. The only thing of significance that they have, actually, the bows of these elves are really not in good shape, nor are the arrows. But the arrows will fly. So their leather armor is in bad shape. Everything, just nothing has any value except for all three of these elves have pendants, and it's of a looks like it's made of a very beautiful purple wood, and it looks like these things would probably have some value.
What kind of pendants are they? What do they look like? I mean, any specific design that I recognize?
It's just like it looks like a gem, and then it has like a couple of trees that the branches are kind of holding this gem in place, but it's not a gem. The entire pendant is made of wood. Give me a history check in the tower as well.
A history
yes,
check?
History check, Mr. Irian, yep. Yeah, you really have no clue. You know that they do bear value, but you don't know any kind of history about them or anything like that.
Well, I'll say a few soft, sad words in Elvish as I go around to each one of them and say a few soft, sad words in Elvish to each one of the elves.
A friend
Saying
indeed
some
is
sort
a
of
friend
like
indeed, friend.
parting.
Your intervention was rather timely.
What did you say your name was, friend?
Oh, my name is Warnerv. Well met, my friends. Well met indeed.
Well met, and thank you for the assistance.
'Tis my pleasure. I could have bested all 7 of them. I did not need your help, but it is appreciative. I had them right where I wanted them. I had been following these elves and their hounds of war for quite a while down the river, and I felt this was the most opportune time to attack. They've been doing a lot of evil deeds lately to a lot of the surrounding farmsteads, so I've been commissioned by several of the farmers to take care of the nuisance and bring them to justice. And therefore justice has been served, my friends.
Oh, all right.
Well, thank you very much for your accompanying. I'm going
wait,
to...
friend. Don't be so hasty. These elves mentioned something about the guy we were looking for being dead. Surely they have a lair somewhere where they keep belongings and stuff they've stolen from people.
A lair?
Maybe we should track them down or something.
Well, there are the true elves of the Quivering Forest, my friend, and they live on the trees all around you.
No.
As he kind of like looks up into the trees and waves his arms in the air. They live all around you. They could be watching us right now. But I know for a fact, and he spins his flail and he points it to one of them, I know those elves were not the elves of the Quivering Forest. They were corrupted by something, by some evil magic.
Oh.
Evil magic, you say?
Yes, it is not of this world, my friends. It is an unholy magic. Something ancient. Something fiendish.
Do you believe this evil magic was affecting these elves?
Well, of course it is. Is it affecting everything around you? Do you not see the mist, blind man? Do you not see how the animals act?
No, those hounds were surely acting not as usual. That's for sure.
I briefly think about casting a detect magic ritual, but remember what happened last time I did that. And I just get a shiver.
There is great evil in this forest, my friends. That's all I know. And you can see his pendant that is in plain view now. And he is with one of the orders. He's with the Order of the Gauntlet. And his name is Warnerv.
Warner. Well, all right. You seem to be in some sort of hurry. I will not keep you, but we have business here. We have to find somebody.
Of course.
There's a curse emanating from these woods or something. And
I
if
am
we don't
meeting
get
up
it
with
cured,
another.
we're liable not to eat.
Ah, well, you have to eat, my friends, and feel free to strike up a fire. In fact, if you don't know how to make one, I can make one for you. Even with this thunder, and even with this lightning happening all around you. Pick a good spot under a tree, my friend, and I will build you a fire.
I walk over to this tree, Dave, and oh, how about here?
Oh, you were really wanting a fire, sure. And
If it's not too much trouble, you seem
Sure.
rather eager to make one.
He does. He
I
brings
don't
his.
want to disappoint you.
Sure, he has a small pack. He brings out his cinder box, and he starts to. There's a couple dry pieces of bark that's on the tree. He digs a hole, lights it up. Takes him a couple minutes, but he gets you a small fire started. He says,
Very
"Enjoy, my
nicely
friends."
Thank you, Warner.
Well, I am meeting another party of adventurers. We are planning to retake the town of Flan. Maybe if you are almost finished solving all of the evil going on here and destroying probably the Archlich that is, controlling all of this magic,
Oh my God.
maybe you'll join us and retake Flan against the dragon. Vorgan Sherax will fall when we attack
It's a
Flan.
date. It's a date then.
Yep.
We'll be sure to show up. Should we feel like we can handle that?
So where are you staying, my friends? I will come and find you when I'm in need of your service.
Lord, I forgot the name of the inn.
Crossing
Yeah, we're
Crossing
staying at
Inn.
the crossings. Exactly.
Ah, the Crossings Inn, yes. Romson is a friend of mine. Tell him I said hi for me, will you?
Will do.
Ho-ho! Well, Warner is out of here. Take care of my friends. Ta-ta! And he kind of just bolts off into the forest.
Safe travels, friend.
Ha-ha! Oh, God, that's
Epic.
so stupid.
After he
epic,
leaves,
Dave.
I
great.
look at Ari and I say, well, they say it takes all kinds, Ari, and I'm beginning to understand the meaning of that phrase.
Well,
Too
since
good.
you've got a fire going for us, we want to take a break here and get something to
It's
eat.
rather toasty too. He wasn't lying. He really can make a fire.
In
I'd
the
really
rain.
like to stop the bleeding.
Do what?
A couple of you
I'd
have
really like to
wounds.
stop
Yeah.
the bleeding.
Yeah,
B, Crom.
I'm pretty fucked up. Yeah.
And now that your adrenaline's kind of calming down now, Crom, it
I
should,
could do with a little rest.
like one of my old players. remember it? That was a.
I'm gonna take some sandwiches out of my backpack and
Oh, God.
take a seat around the fire and
Wow.
then take a break.
Sure.
The sandwiches. All right.
You
Did you
guys
bring
take-
enough for the whole class? Priest?
Oh, why, you want one?
Well, I'm not going to beg for it. If you're offering, I'll take one. Yeah.
I hand him a peanut
I'm
butter
surprised he
sandwich.
didn't bring himself a bran muffin.
Well, if we're really taking a short rest, I would like to use a
Healing
hit die to
stuff.
try to heal up.
I would too. Yeah.
Wait, no, I think I was healed. Never mind. He did heal me.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
healed.
Yeah,
I need to heal one.
I pulled the arrow out of you and slapped that healing poultice on you.
I don't know where I
By the way,
roll
what-
that from. Underneath my on the main tab, Dave. Is that where you roll it from?
Which one? Which roll?
Roll the heal hit the heal.
Bottom of the main page.
Yeah, bottom of the
Okay.
main tab. Yep.
By the way, what's in those poultices? Because they smell like, oh my goodness, they don't smell very nice.
So give me a. You kind of roll a little prematurely though, Crom, but no problem.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
Someone give me an encounter roll in a dice tower, please, as your rest is happening.
Yeah, I'm propped up eating a sandwich at the
Give
tree.
you
I
a
don't know.
what
If
kind of
anybody's
roll,
looking
Dave?
out, it's not me. Somebody else.
It's straight D20.
I'll roll it.
That's what I'm saying. My character is not paying attention, though, so somebody else is going to be looking.
All right. So, as you guys are, what are you guys doing during this break? Probably I would say studying religious symbols.
After I take a break today, I'm walking around trying to find their tracks to see if I can follow them back to where they came from.
Yeah.
While I'm munching on some jerky.
Sure, you find some tracks, absolutely.
I'm going to be tending to my wound.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. I'm like rubbing dirt and shit into my wounds and stuff.
I'm gonna be eating, but I want to take a look at those pendants that Arian found on the elves.
Yeah, it looks more like a drop of rain, and it's made of wood, and there is a tree on each side of it that's holding the raindrop in place, and then there's a leather loop that you put around your neck, and it's of a beautiful purple.
Since we're resting and stuff, and you got to leave at 3, can we go ahead and take a break now, Dave?
Yeah,
I'm about to burst here.
Sure. Yeah, I was just fixing to say. Yep.
So yeah, we're eating sandwiches, healing up around the campfire that War Nerve so graciously provided for us. I guess Arian is scouting around, listening, looking for footprints and shit like that. Does anything pop for him? Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you definitely found some prints, Arian. And you found something else, because as you're coming back to the camp, and the mist, starts to get a little bit more dense, a little bit more thick, all of a sudden, before long, you find an old woman just kind of appeared out of the mist. And she's just staring at you. Just literally staring at you. She steps out from behind a tree, and she's wearing a very simple floral print type of dressing or gown, whatever you want to call it. And she's totally soaked in mud. She's been traveling through mud. Her eyes are very small. They're black. They're like kind of set into her wrinkled old face. And she has a very gleaming smile, just full of wicked humor that you can tell. And a couple seconds later, as you guys are kind of like taken back over this, in tow, on a leather leash, she has one of these gur. And it looks like it's the old guy Oscar, because it's fitting the description from you guys got back at the Crossing Inn.
Okay.
And this old woman, she kind of tugs on the leash, pulling the old guy. And then she looks at all of you, squinting one eye, and she gets real close and she says, "So much strangeness, my pretties."
Oh, you can say that again.
And she's, kind of shaking her head.
And now I have you in front of me, my little precious pretties. A old simple woman like myself cannot go out into the woods anymore for a casual stroll without encountering all kinds of old strange men,
as she kind of tugs on the leash a little bit.
And you ruffians that are passing through my forest. And you've got a fire in the rain. That's pretty impressive.
Well, it wasn't I doing, old woman, but it is a fire nonetheless. What brings you in these woods? You said you're on a friendly stroll with a man on a leash, it seems. An older
How?
man, by the looks of
I am, my pretty. You are a cute little one, and
She kind of walks up to you, Crom, and pinches your cheek a little bit. And
I've
she
been
reaches.
told as much.
I can see all the ladies love you.
No, they do. Wow, you're very perceptive.
She
for one of
reaches
your age.
into her pocket and brings out a very large, beautiful red apple. And
Oh,
just kind of.
Here, have an apple, my pretty. It seems like you can use one.
She kind of pats your belly a little bit.
It's
well,
like
thank
you need some lunch.
I kind of like shine the apple on my shirt and stuff, Dave. You know?
Yeah, you can call me Jenny.
Oh,
Jenny
well met you.
Greenteeth. Yes,
I am called Crom.
yes. Well met, Crom. Jenny Greenteeth. And I live
So,
here. I
You
live
live in
here.
this forest
I do, for many hundreds of years.
hundreds of years. Oh,
Yes, yes.
I look
here
at
in the
her
Quivering
ears,
Forest.
Dave. Does she have like elf ears and shit?
No, she it seems like she's a very old woman, yeah, human.
Okay. Hundreds of years. You must fill me in on how you've kept yourself looking so good for all this time.
Who's from? Speaking out of character, who's from the area of Flan? Anybody from this area?
Not I.
No.
Not I.
I mean, I've traveled all over, but not north.
Okay. Well, give me a. I'll take that. Give me a history check in the dice tower. She introduces herself as Jenny Greenteeth. Oh, yeah. You've actually heard of this Jenny Greenteeth before, Mrs. B. You know, of course, in one of the tall tales back in the tavern, the Crossing Inn Tavern. And you think this Jenny Greenteeth may have at one time, many years ago, been involved with some type of dark fae. You know, that she entered a pact with the other creatures of the fae in the surrounding area that basically protected the town of Flan many, many, many years ago. And she, tells you that she's lived here when she's already told you that she's lived in the Quivering Forest for
Hundreds
quite a
of
few
years.
years. Yeah, quite a few years.
Yes, my pretties.
What's
So
the
what
deal
are-
with him? I point it.
Oh,
Yeah.
him?
As she yanks his collar, and you can hear, this is all.
Yeah. He was just, I wanted to take a stroll and started raining, and I kind of ran into this guy, and now I've ran into you.
I nudge. Where's Arian at? Is Arian? I nudge Malachi. Priest. This fellow here fits the description of our spice thief. It seems.
Exactly.
He starts to mumble something. Oscar, you are, and she says,
Hush now, dearie. You don't want me to carve your eyes out now, do you?
and then she kind of turns back over towards y'all and smiles and says,
Strangers.
I was just saying to my
I hear
friend.
you to be a protector of Flan.
And yes, I was at one time, dearie, yes. With the creatures of the Fae here. That, I have not heard that in such a long time. You, dearie, you may have an apple.
and she reaches into her cloak and pulls out a beautiful apple, much like the size of the one that Crom got. She hands it to you and says,
Save it for when you are hungry.
Yes, I will do that, and I hold it up before I put it in my bag.
Yes, I was out walking, just taking a stroll out in the Quivering Forest, a place that I love so deeply. And I was daydreaming of darkness and mist, what is all around us. Loves and lost loves. So all of a sudden, I started feeling these terrible sensations coming over me, and the dreams all of a sudden it seemed like they were reality, and I was all of a sudden walking through the forest. And I'm wondering why everything felt so strange, and then I ran into this man here, and she jerks him again really hard. He was just trespassing, and he claims to be called some papa. But, and then she grabs her, she kind of puts her head down and puts her hand over her face. She says, I can also see that his name is Oscar. And his name is etched into his heart.
No, we feel like this is the fellow we're trekking through the woods looking for, madam.
You
seems
wouldn't
like
say so, dearie.
it seems like this man may be responsible for cursing some people back in town.
Cursing? With what?
I have no idea about such things. Maybe Malachi here would be more familiar with it.
Yeah, we were told that this guy had some sort of curse on him.
Well,
Were you familiar with that?
Speak up. What kind of curse?
He just acted strangely and left with a whole bunch of spices. You haven't seen those by chance, have you?
She reaches into her purse and pulls out a large bundle of string with many different herbs and plants hanging off of them. She says, she scratches her head. I don't think I've seen any. Oh, looky here. These? Yes, Oscar. He offered me these plants, which they're actually some pretty nice spell components, my pretties. And this man was asking me if I could protect his family. When this evil comes, the mist comes. But I am not in need of any herbs right now. I've got everything I need. He was also telling me this grand story. This grand story about something about his daughter or maybe granddaughter named Sybil. And he told me that she has the gift of second sight.
Oh.
Yes, and she even told him that there was a great evil that is coming.
And then she kind of cackles and says,
Yeah, I really don't believe that. I believe it's been here already for hundreds of years.
Well, seems like he was just like the other people we've come across, trying to steal something to get some help with it. This seems to be a pattern going on here with these girls thieving from people in order to use the stolen goods to procure protection for themselves.
Do you think I should trust him? Because if you don't, I can maybe take one eyeball out.
Oh, well...
maybe teach him a lesson.
Let's don't be too hasty. Let's see
Oh.
if the fellow knows anything first, madam.
Well, my dearies, I'm just trying to think of some peaceful solutions here without getting too hasty or drastic,
Well,
making
I
things
understand,
become too drastic around here. I was thinking just maybe an eyeball.
Let's see, can you talk to him? It seems like he's incoherent. Ask him about the curse, madam, if you'd be so kind.
oh, he doesn't say anything. He just
Yeah.
he's just, it's like he can't open his mouth. He's and then she says,
Does the cat got your tongue?
Can I tell what's wrong with him?
I'll let you do an arcane check, sure.
Or arcane or medicine?
Arcane.
Okay.
The only thing that you would know is there's probably some type of magic involved. And
Nah.
she also seems like she possesses a lot of magic also.
Okay.
Yes, she seems to be quite the powerful sage.
Doesn't seem like he's in any shape to talk to us, for some reason.
I think the cat has got his tongue, Crom.
It seems that way, madam.
Maybe we just need to take him back to town and allow him some rest, and then he'll be better.
Well, ho! There's always the option of her taking one of the eyes out. Maybe that'll make him help.
Oh, really? I can take one of his eyes out.
She starts to dig and
No,
pulls
no,
out a
that's
dart.
not maim. Let's not maim him.
He starts to go. starts to cry.
Oh, I think we're getting somewhere, madam. That may be the route to go.
So you say?
Well, if it'll get him to talk, I wouldn't be opposed to taking both eyes out. The
So
damn
you-
cook, the damn
You're
cook and
asking
his
me
whole
to
family seem
surrender?